Hi, I'm Brian Mixer, and I decided to write my report on something that just recently come up. And this issue has to do with one of my pastimes, and that's playing piano, specifically electronic keyboards. I'd been playing for 8 or 9 years now, and uh, almost completely self-taught. I started taking piano lessons this semester, but besides that, I've been completely self-taught. And in that time, I would play all kinds of music just for fun, and sometimes I would compose little tunes or ditties or whatever you'd want to call them. But more recently, I've been more interested in composing music that's more complicated and just more serious than I used to. And currently, I have a keyboard that can record 16 MIDI tracks of sound. And the problem with it is the recordings can't be exported from the keyboard in any other format than MIDI, which has really inconsistent sound um, qualities. If I take that MIDI file and put it on any other computer or keyboard, it'll sound completely different, and it's frustrating because I can't really share music with anyone unless they're right there with me and my keyboard. So my issue is I need to find something that I can record sound files like a MP3 wave or something else that I can give to people via email or text so that they can hear my music if they would like to. Um, so first, I uh, had to set some limitations. The big one is budget. $1,000 is the absolute most I can afford to spend on anything. Um, just because I'm in college, I have a couple more years of college to look forward to spending time and money on, and it's just a lot of money. So I had to set the limit at $1,000. Um, Keyboards I'm going to be looking at, they all have to be able to save uh, sound as a audio file, and they need at least six separate instruments that they can record at a time, just to get enough variety for the music. And I looked at many sources online, manufacturer websites, reviews, things like that to determine which three I would choose. And after a careful selection, um, I ended up deciding between uh, Yamaha PSR S670, the Casio PX360, and the Casio MZX300. Um, I didn't intentionally try to have two Casios on the list, but there are not a lot of instruments that fit my price range and what I wanted to use them for. Uh, Starting with the cheapest, be the Casio MZX300, is $749 on Amazon. It can record 16 tracks in MIDI, but then it can also turn them into a WAV file. It can record music from a line in jack and turn that into a WAV file, which would be very useful. I could record other instruments that way. Um, it has like 900 built-in instruments, so there's a lot of variety there. The quality, as far as sound and build, really high. Um, it's a pretty well-rounded instrument. Um, Next is a Yamaha PSR S670 that also has a lot of instruments, 930, really high sound quality. It can also record 16 tracks and audio from a line in. Um, the Yamaha actually has notably uh, better sound quality than the Casio, which that still has very high sound quality. The Yamaha is $799.99 on Amazon. It also has free shipping. It has a 4.1 out of 5 stars rating. So it's pretty good. The Casio PX 360. Um, this only has 550 built-in instruments, but the sound quality on this keyboard is just crazy phenomenal. And that's because it's more piano oriented, whereas the other keyboards had 61 plastic non-weighted keys. The PX 360 has 88 piano weighted keys, and the keys themselves actually get harder to play the farther left on the keyboard, which is just like a real piano. This has 16 track recorder and can record it in as audio file, but you can't really record any audio inputs. This keyboard was $899, so it's the most expensive, but the like the build and the keys itself are really high quality. And after looking at these, I actually was surprised by what I found, but I ended up going with the Casio MZ300. As it is really close between that and the Yamaha, but the Casio just had a couple more features that really stood out. It had I can record sound samples on it and make a custom drum kit. That was a big thing, and it also has these sliders for modulating a drawbar organ sound, and that's a very sought after feature. Some people call them like rotary organs or Leslie organs or whatever they're called. They're really old, but they're used in all kinds of rock. Like every rock song that has an organ in it is probably one of the old Hammond rotary organs, and you just can't find that kind of quality or equipment on anything even close to this price range. So that just put it over the top. But unfortunately, like I mentioned earlier, I'm still looking at a couple more years of college, so I can't get this right now, but I'm definitely going to get it in the next 2 or 3 years, unless something substantially better within that price range comes out. And that basically sums up my research, which helped a lot. I learned a lot that I wouldn't have, and understand a lot more about keyboards and what they have to offer. It's also given me some more ideas on what to do with my own equipment that I have right now. Um, yeah, I hope you found this somewhat interesting, especially if you have little to no musical background. All right, that's all.